Hello, everyone. Thank you for showing up and taking the time to check in and see what type of card pulls are going to come your way today. Today is August 3rd, I believe. My days are kind of running together, but it's okay. It happens, right? So today I'm going to do my Egyptian art Nouveau tarot deck. Then we're going to pull some star frequency oracles and something from Hecate because we're coming up on to the new moon, which is her moon. It's also considered to be under Lilith or Morrigan. So whichever deity fits you at the moment, you pick that. I did want to show something that I received from my Witch's Moon box that I am a member of and have been for quite some time. I received this, and so that's why I'm kind of called to use this deck. I hate tapping. I apologize. I can't stand when you're watching those shorts and they're like doing the restocking, like click, click, click. Or it's like a new hair product and they're like click, click, click. Ugh, I don't know. That's just me, but all right, let's get to it because I don't want to keep you on longer than you need to be because everybody's time is precious and I appreciate your time being here. So that's my bell to bring in all the spirits. I'm going to, let's see, my energy is a little chaotic right now, so I'm going to hold this for a moment. This is just plain white cellulite. Okay, they're telling me to grab this one too. All right, adventuring. So actually what I'm picking up is some of you that are in my little collective or will be joining. I've got a lot of energy in me and my throat is closing up. So that means that there's something you need to say, something that needs to be said. They're telling me that you need to find the courage within. What you have to say is very important. Do not underestimate yourself. Be bold, courageous, and you will be triumphant, is what I just heard. So, all right, with that was very intense, actually. So that was interesting. Okay, so these cards, honestly, are just, the artwork is just absolutely phenomenal on them. And I'm still trying to figure out and learn these cards. So let's have some fun. See if there's anything that needs to be presented. So I'm going to be shuffling. I don't know how loud it's going to be. I'll try to bring it away so that you don't have to hear it too much. If you do, I apologize. And if it bothers your ears, at least you can turn it down because I know I like to listen to a lot of card readers within the community. No? Okay. So yeah. That's it? Okay. They're saying, that's it. All right. So I want to show you this because the best I can. Sorry if my hands are shaking. All right. So let's see what they've got to say. The Hierophant. Hail to the divine King of Kings, Osiris, who taught the Egyptians agriculture and gave structure to the wilderness of men. Guide me through my daily life. May my actions align with my teachings. Lessons, divine connection, and receiving messages. So that's what Osiris is here for you. Okay. So we're going to go with the Starlight Frequency Oracle. Now these are very unique cards. They're absolutely beautiful. And yeah, my voice is changing. Yeah, somebody really needs to speak up. You need to speak up, speak up, speak up, speak up. That's all I keep hearing. Speak up, speak up, speak up, speak up. Okay, I just want to show you these. So the outside of them, and it's mirrored. Just beautiful, right? I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. They're saying one more. They're telling me I'm holding on too tight to the cards. And 7 more. I said, yeah, I know. My guides are goofy. Okay, thank you. Goofies. Okay, let's see what we've got. So the first one is, I'm just going to leave this off to the side. Number 38, optimal self. Dense energies must be left behind in order for you to align with your higher frequency. So this could also resonate with you because of the different butterflies. I mean, I know right now that would be like an easy one to say because how the monarch butterflies are all out and it's summertime and so forth. But some of these are kind of unique looking. So I also heard moth. You could have moths visiting you. And the number 4. So like tomorrow, the 4th, It could be something significant for you. Not positive, but so forth. Okay. Ooh, 37. Past, present, and future possibilities. Acknowledge where you have been and where you are going. The possibilities are endless and yours to create. It's a chessboard. It's kind of interesting how it's sitting delicately, almost like a more like judgment or so, I would say. And how they're balanced, but things are leaving. I do see the king, by the way, is on top. You see him. That is the king. So, and it's descending in numbers. So we'll see if this is okay. Yeah, now it's 39. And just so you know, I use these cards a lot because I love the basic meaning behind them and then also the artwork. So, very interesting that now this one is 39. Singing stones. Raise your vibrations in order to create the reality you seek. The universe will match and return it to you in tenfold. It's very pretty. All right. Ooh, now it's 19. Infinite wisdom. You are the source and hold all of the power you require within. We are giving you the tools to unlock these doors now. Okay. Let's see. Truth Seeker number 42. Strengthen your intuition. Strengthen your intuitive senses and lift the veil from your mind's eye for a clearer connection to source. Okay, can't make this up. If you understand the eye, the pyramids, this is telling me you're taking it into your own hands. I'm going to keep that right there because that lines up directly with that card. So the other thing I wanted to show you though too is with each one of these cards comes a specific frequency that's drawn. So with number 38, so it is the butterfly frequency. So I just wanted to show you that. So there's that one. Then 37, the past. It's right there. Then 39 is that one. This one right there. And sometimes when I come across these and one of them really, really resonated with me, I usually try to draw them out myself and then carry around with me until I can't find them anymore. So 19, the infinite wisdom is this one. It's almost like a stargate. That's what I'm getting from that. And then 42. Is an eye. It's pretty cool. Yep, pretty cool. Okay, so now for Hecate. Wait. There will somebody will, one of you, I mean, when I say one of you, obviously it's a larger collective than just one, but I'm just speaking directly to you like this. So I'm specifically getting that like an epiphany will happen where it'll be one of those where it'll be like a realization of an event that has taken place in the recent past. And recent past to me is no more than 5 years or so. That you can actually look at it and see the choice you made. And you can see where that branch broke off and which way you went. And now where you are at this point. It's going to give you clarity into now you understand the process of choices, and you'll find far more comfort in it because you'll be able to start looking at your choices going forward and knowing that no matter what choice you make, that some of it might be a little bit more difficult, some of them might be easier, but no matter what, you will get to that other endpoint. And then reminding me to remind all of you, do not forget to talk to your guides. You have a very large team. It's not just your, earth angels. My thumb feels funny. It feels like when you get pricked for school. So I don't know if somebody like jammed it, but it's up here. Anyways, but the way I'm trying to see it. So what they're showing me is almost like a coliseum, and it's of presences of individual souls that, like, if they're down further on the floor, like that's your team, and everybody else like comes in whenever you need them, and they fill in spots, they fill in slots. But it's your arena, like that's just yours. And of course, you're the main character in the center. And then they're showing me, this is actually pretty cool. I've never seen this before. So let's say that, let's use you as the butterfly, a very pretty butterfly. Okay. So if I'm going to move these for right now. So you're in the center, you're the butterfly, and you have all these individuals lined up around you. These are like the main players in your life that you can, like, whether it be, family members, loved ones, kids, right? And then there's another layer on the outside. Now they're showing me where then you have like coworkers and acquaintances, or individuals like you speak a lot to at your coffee shop. And then it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, right? And these are all like solid pieces, but the angelic, or the your guides, um, your extraterrestrial entities, um, they're like lights between everything. And the further out they get, it doesn't mean that they're less than involved in your life. It means the ones that are closest in here are your like everyday solid go-tos. Then as you go out, they're just showing me like they're like, for instance, when I want to manifest something very, very large at a large scale, I end up talking to my quantum team, and and so I picture them at like they're like lounging at desks. It looks kind of funny, and they're like on this grid, on like the paper that you use for I think it's like calculus or something. I don't know. I'd have to ask my kids because they got really high up there in math. Anyways, so that's kind of like what they're showing me. And I'm sorry, I just went off on a tangent. But what they're saying is that even with all these, everybody that's in your everyday life, you have 10 times that surrounding you at all times, there for you at all times. And that includes archangels, cherub angels, the fae. I mean, there's like a whole, I'm just seeing this like layer upon layer upon layer, and they're all different colors. It's actually very pretty. And it's iridescent. It's, yeah. So I don't know if you can picture that. If I can, I'll try to figure out a way to make a layer of that. I don't know if I can. I'll try to see. As much as everybody doesn't like to use AI, I might need it for it. I don't know if I can draw it out the best of my abilities. I will try, but I can't promise anything. Anyway, so, but you're the butterfly. Okay, so let's put all these cards back before we get into Hecate stuff. Do, do, do. I was just telling them thank you for showing it like that, because I think that that is a really excellent way of helping some of us to see it that way. Because I think sometimes we have a difficult time seeing the unseen. And so fortunately, that was something that I've always been able to do. But I do understand those in my life that do not. And so I'm just very thankful that they were able to break it down like that, because that actually does give everybody a better idea, or it will trigger something in you, and like you might want it to be more like a fairy tale. So you'll have it set up where it'll be one of those like Shakespearean in the park type thing, or you might want it in the water. I don't know. I mean, I think that's what's just so wonderful about all of us, is that we all have our own deep-rooted experiences, and we don't understand why we're so connected to one element more than another. But thank you guys. That's very nice of you. That's very sweet. Okay. What does Goddess Hecate have for us today? So she is, and I know I talk about her a lot, but I mean, I do have her tattooed on me. But she deals with crossroads, shadow work. This is the same as even Anubis does that as well. I mean, he deals with souls already underground, but Morgan, Lilith, not so much crossroads, but shadow work. They're all coming to me right now. They're like, it's kind of overwhelming. Diana. I'll have to look that one up. Whoa. Okay. Number 5, ecstasy. I'm going to have to cover him up. Boop. Ecstasy. I'm not going to put this out because I don't have. I do. I will raise you. I'm just kidding. All right. Did I notice? Okay. And then origins, number 1. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to have to put the butterfly or something on her. I did not realize how risque these are. Anyway, that one. And I'm going to have a lot of cards on here. Why don't we do this? I'll cover up him. Just do that really quick. Okay. Unlocking. Key bearer, 17. So 51. And these are a lot shinier than the other ones. But she's also like a keeper of the keys. So if you've ever heard that saying, keeper of the keys, that's her. 25, Queen of Witches, sovereignty. There's nothing on here that's bad. So actually have that tattoo on me. Right? 13, deflection. Averter of evil. Nature. Lady of the Wild Beasts, number 8. Fury, the Angry One, number 6. And then 43, the Mysteries, Initiation. Wow. Okay. So I am going to read from the book because the book is amazing. It really does break it down a little bit more. But before I do, I'm going to sit with it for a second and we're going to see what we get. So it's a process, it's an upheaval. Either you're breaking a heart or your heart's getting broken for some of you. A job. You're trying to manifest a job. But I'm getting frustration, so that is like building up in my chest, but it's not at my heart chakra, it's down further, more so in my solar plexus. So I heard write it out, write it out. It'll help release your frustration and anger on a situation with a person. Some of you are trying to break through, break free. I heard give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. So let's see. Okay, number 5. Okay, that's in French. I can't read French. I'm going to learn French, but I can't read it. Let's see. I mean 50. I was like, what? That is not it. It happens when you're upside down, I guess. All right. Dionysus jovial nature is encouraging you to think outside of the box and let go of the norms and traditional constraints. Your path to Hecate does not have to be a carbon copy of what others do. Be unique. Tap into your true self. Set yourself free and rejoice. The paraphrase Plato. Many are the torchbearers, few are the Hecateans. Walk your own path, be true and devoted to yourself and the goddess. Io Ivio, Io Hecate. So if it's one of those, not everybody resonates with Hecate, so it's perfectly fine. That, to me, whatever deity, angel that you find the most comfort in when you're having struggles, know that they're there with you and they're walking the path with you is what I'm getting. Because I would never tell anybody, you need to do this and you need to do that, because we have free will. We're supposed to take our own paths. This is just to help you sometimes possibly understand what the situation is currently without having like a personal reading. But I just heard, know you are so loved. Okay. Number 1. Primordial origins. Hecate's true origins are lost in time. We all originate from a single point in creation, in the creation matrix, and Hecate exists both at the very beginning and the very end. Where do you originate from? On your path of Hecate, on the path to Hecate, with many of us focused on where we're heading and navigating one crossroad after another, but we need to look back and make peace with the past to understand the present and plan the future. So that right there reminds me of when I was talking about earlier, a point where you can actually see where that path split, and then you can watch how it all comes back together. So that would be like the peace part of it. I mean, I'm not going to say that there aren't some cases where what took place is an easy thing to have peace with. So I would never tell you like, oh, you need to do that, because when you're looking back through your life and you see the choices you made in certain situations, and because hindsight's so much easier, you're like, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just walked away. I should have approached. I should have. So instead of saying that, look at it that it was a good thing you didn't do it, because you would not be where you are today. You wouldn't be who you are today. You could be somebody else to a point. I mean, we're who we are, what we are, but it could have taken you longer. It could have taken you off a path. It could have made it so that you were stagnant. It could have made it so that you clammed up. You weren't bold. You didn't reach out to the people you needed to. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can look at it in that simple saying of rejection is divine protection. So whenever something happens and it's not something that you want, just know that that door may be closing, or it's closed and it's locked, but there is 2 to 3 more that just opened up that are far better for you. Okay. 17, key bearer. As cosmic key holder, Hecate can open us to all manner of answers, opportunities, and potential. But what is it that we are seeking? The key to a heart, a first home, a fresh start, a fulfilling life? As easy as she can provide the tool to open doorways, Hecate can also keep them firmly locked and guarded, sometimes for your own good. See, what was I saying? The door is open, but only we can choose to pass through it. So, okay. Yeah. So they're saying that's exactly what I was trying to say earlier. Uh, anyways, Hecate can grant us freedom and enlightenment, unlock your potential, embrace new beginnings. So, let's see, 25. So for me, 25 is more about um, recollecting your feminine power. It can also be your recollecting your masculine as well. This isn't, one gender or another. It's everything all in between. Energy is ever fluent, is ever changing. Embrace that and enjoy it. That's what I just heard. Okay, 25. Whether we walk our path alone or join others, we become our own priests and priestesses. Your power is your own personal and individual relationship with the realm of the spirit and the divine. Your individual relationship with Hecate is the most important aspect of walking your path. All roads lead to Rome, but we are all coming from different places. Aid the journey of others if you are moved or inspired to. That said, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory, but you can continue to teach, but some won't listen. So I don't know if that pertains to somebody who is in the teaching industry. I also got like journalism that popped in my head. Okay, 13. 13. So I know that everybody thinks that 13 is a not so great number. I'm pretty sure that everybody within this community, excuse me, knows that it's actually a very sacred number and divine number. It is the cycle of the moon, how many cycles on average a female has during the year. It's very divine. So, averter of evil. That's more of you building on your intuition and allowing it to click. That's what I got. Okay. As guardian warrior and healing goddess, Hecate has a capability of deflecting negativity that can hinder or derail us from our path. Don't be fooled, however, into believing that this aspect of Hecate is a mollycoddler, for she will not keep from you those life lessons that are unavoidable or required for your development. Where do you navigate? I'm sorry. Where do your negative influence originate from? Is it your sense of feeling victimized or justified? The goddess will shed. Oh my gosh, I can't read right now. I apologize. The goddess will shield you, but won't keep you from experience the full range of life and emotion. So that's definitely one we were talking about earlier. Lady of the Wild Beast. Ooh, that I just heard grabbing your life. And I have a really big smile and really enjoying it, like writing it out, having fun with it. That's a good one. I like that one. Okay. The animal faces of Hecate represents the primal aspects of her divinity and in turn reflect on our own instincts in the natural world around us. In the lioness, we find strength, pride, and sovereignty. The wolf is fiercely protective and commands respect. And the nanny goat represents a sense of independence, ambition, and diligence. These aspects combined represent our untamed nature. Touch the earth, howl at the moon, swim in the sea, reach a deeper understanding of how Hecate works and interacts through the environment around us. Okay, 6, the angry one. That's just our shadow self. That's what I heard. That's just our shadow self being our shadow self. Being angry at times, disappointed. You just got to work through it. Gotta work through it. Number 6, gotta work through it. Brimo is the shatterer of worlds, and her voice will shake things to their foundation. Hecate Brimo is the bringer of storms of change. Do not resist. The only true thing to fear is fear itself and fear of self. For even during turmoil, a new balance will be found. Look to the strength in your foundations. No more coasting, no more relying on others, no more lies or procrastination. The goddess does not bring hardship out of spite. Hecate is speaking to you. Listen. And then 43, the mysteries, the invitation. And I'm sorry, the initiation. 43. Well, I just want to say that this specific card I had during one of my very big awakenings. I actually was vivid dreaming, and I actually had a dream, and it looked very similar to this. The only difference was is that I did have the Egyptian like guardians that have the lion heads on them. There was 2 on each side. I felt very crazy. I felt very crazy at the time. Whew. But it really did unlock something in me. So we'll see what this says. The mysteries present temptation and obstacles that are both captivating and surreal. In the past, only the initiated would know the secrets and be granted specific blessings, often in the afterlife. Here, we gaze on the thin veil that separates us from where we are to where we could be, and all the potential joys and fears that come with that. This is liminal time and space for which Hecate is so famously known. These discoveries will shape and change you what lies beyond. So, what I get from that is look at the change and take it. Yep, that's what I got. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, thank you so much for coming and listening to me. and listening to the guides and anybody else that came through from the universe in the different realms. I just heard somebody needs to feed their dragon. So I don't know if they're saying honey. So I have a few, I have one here. So I will definitely give mine honey, but needless to say, if there is anything that you would like to reach out to me for, my email is in the description on my page. Also, if you want a possible look at your natal chart, I'm trying something out new with that. So go ahead and reach out to me, but just make sure that when you do, inside of the subject line, you put down Torchwater Oracle, so I know that it's related to the channel and it's not a weird spam thing, because I will not reply to weird spam stuff. So other than that, I really truly hope that you have a beautiful rest of your week. Do not forget about the 888 portal that's coming up. And then, of course, the new moon, new opportunities, new change, new outlook, new inspirations, new creativity. Oh, I did want to mention that. So I did watch with my husband the Disclosure Day. And wow, that movie is so good. If you have not had an opportunity to watch it, I highly recommend that you do. And I also highly recommend that you go into, it would be Val Dragonfly, but I think it's her other channel. Or the Cool Crone, and also Artistry Liz. They've done a few lives where they've discussed the movie. So, and they don't do spoilers, which is nice. So that's good. So other than that, I hope that all of you have a wonderful week, like I said earlier, and just know you're protected. You are protected. You are protected. You are protected. If you don't feel like you are, they're telling me to tell you to talk to them. They are always listening. They're always there. Okay? All right. Thank you. Bye.